Welcome to fabulous Two Guns, Arizona, a classic and fabled Route 66 attraction that now wastes away in ruins. Two Guns was started as the Canyon Lodge trading post during the 1800s, and it eventually became a popular stop on the National Old Trails Highway, which used to pass right through here in Diablo Canyon as a predecessor to Route 66 in Arizona, and people were stopping at this very profitable spot. This portion of the highway was designated as Route 66 in the 1920s. That's when Harry Engine Two Guns Miller arrived. He was a bit eccentric to say the least. He claimed to be a full-blooded Apache, and when he was here, he would usually play the character of Chief Crazy Thunder. The trading post was leased to him by the actual owner, Earl Cundiff. Engine Miller, which was one of his nicknames, started calling the place Two Guns. That was another nickname of his. He also turned it into a full-fledged roadside attraction, as he started a zoo here and also gave cave tours. Down a ways in Canyon Diablo is the Apache Death Cave, an infamous cave where, according to legend, 42 Apaches died in a battle. His disturbance and commercialization of the cave set off a curse upon Two Guns. After Miller was placed in charge, a series of unfortunate events happened very rapidly, such as when a costly amount of merchandise was stolen from the gift shop. Soon after that, Engine Miller shot the owner dead over a leasing argument in 1926, though he got acquitted and still maintained ownership of Two Guns. This is pretty cool, the original roadside zoo built by Harry Two Guns Miller. Though the zoo enclosure is just ruins now, it is still labeled mountain lions. And there were actually mountain lions housed in here. While Miller was acquitted for some reason, his luck didn't turn around. He ended up getting mauled by his mountain lions on 2 separate occasions here in their cage enclosures. He did survive the attacks, but he also had Gila monsters in the zoo. So at one point he got bit, and that led to his arm becoming completely swollen. Finally, the widow of the owner he murdered was able to get ownership back, and she kicked him out. It turns out that several of the chicken wire cages that housed freaking mountain lions are still here nearly 100 years later. Let's go inside and check out this old mountain lion cage. Yeah, I don't think PETA would have liked this place. By the time the murdered owner's wife got it back, Route 66 was rerouted to the other side of Diablo Canyon over there, so travelers would have to detour and cross this bridge, which I do believe is original to the National Old Trails Highway, so it must be at least 100 years old. Finally, the original Two Guns attraction on this side of the canyon closed in the 1950s. A second Two Guns attraction was built over there with the new Route 66, and it did pretty well for a while. And they did tours of the Apache Death Cave, but sadly the entire complex burned to the ground in 1971, so I don't think there's much over there. I don't have a lot of time to explore here today, and this isn't the safest place to explore. I do question the integrity of the bridge, so it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get an angle on the Death Cave from here, or to go to the other side, though I do plan to come back to Two Guns and do a more thorough exploration. So I think we'll come back here another time to see the Apache Death Cave. But I got some more abandoned trading posts a little farther down the road. The bizarre history behind this place is definitely akin to a roadside attraction version of Hamlet. Also, this property was recently purchased by the actor and director Russell Crowe, and he might eventually do a Westworld remake here. And there's an old abandoned gas station at Two Guns. Now I'm gonna go east on Interstate 40 a bit to visit another abandoned Route 66 trading post. Coming up on Meteor City, Arizona. The first Meteor City trading post on this site opened back in 1938 with a Texaco gas station, and was later expanded with a curio store. Sadly, it all burned in the 60s. But then this glorious geodesic dome was constructed in 1979 to house the curio shop. Sadly, Meteor City closed in 2012, so less than 10 years ago. I love all the painted patterns and motifs on the dome, teepees, and walls. I believe most of those are original. I found out that a couple bought and saved the trading post in 2016 as it was set to be demolished. They were working to restore it and reopen it. It's hard to tell how much work has been done because it still definitely looks abandoned, but they announced they had wanted to open in late 2020, but it didn't. Maybe because of the pandemic. As I am here in January of 2021, I am sad to report that they have not opened, and there is no sign of them opening, but I hope they will.
Looks like there's some advertising for visitors to the abandoned trading post. There's Earl's Route 66 Motor Court in Winslow. There's a Facebook group. And it says, "Pardon the dust while we are remodeling." Meanwhile, visit the Jackrabbit Trading Post, which I have meant to have a video on.
So there are signs of the renovation, and there's some petrified wood. There's dastardly Interstate 40, though the trading post was reopened and managed to stay in business after it was built. The geodesic dome is very noticeable off the interstate, as there's nothing else out here. There's Interstate 40 and Old Route 66. And off in the distance, you can see the rim of the Meteor Crater, which has long been a popular tourist spot. You can check out my video on that. And Meteor City here was built several miles away on the road to leech off tourists. Meteor City was famous for having the world's longest map of Route 66, which was painted by legendary artist Bob Waldmire. And tragically, it is totally gone. I think the mural was on the other side. Apparently, Waldmire's original masterpiece just slowly fell off the wall somehow, so it got repainted in a somewhat different fashion by Boy Scouts in 2012 as a publicity stunt by a national hotel chain, but it's totally gone now. That is very saddening. I sure wish Bob Waldmire's mural could have been saved somehow. A real treasure was lost. I guess we'll check in the teepee here. A lot of trash. It has accumulated lots of tumbleweed. The Waldmire map may have been on this side. I think that wall is just gone. The graffiti on that satellite dish is great. It's like the moon from Le Voyage dans la Lune got struck by a UFO. A Along with the world's longest map of Route 66, the other attraction here was the world's largest dream catcher, and this is what's left of it. Clearly the dream catcher's netting is long gone, but now I can jump straight through the remains of the world's largest dream catcher. Well, that was Two Guns and Meteor City. While Two Guns is dead and buried, Meteor City still has a chance. I'd like to hear more about whether the renovations are going forward. If you enjoyed this video, then please like and share it. Also subscribe to my channel. I have filmed videos at other abandoned Route 66 trading posts and roadside attractions, along with all sorts of museums, national parks, and more. So take a look at my plethora of videos. Thanks for watching.